When was the last time you asked your soul what it wants to do? When was the last time you asked your heart what it wants to do? Because I know that your heart is the gateway to your soul. But if you never stop to ask and to question what your soul really wants, how could you ever find it? And I think this is the problem with the modern world, that we are conditioned and we are brought up to be smart. We are brought up to use our mind, and the smartest person wins. But look at the world. Why are there so many people who are smart but they're not winning? And this gave me the idea of questioning the mind. Because when I was younger, in my 20s, my mind was just a tool. It was just something I could use, but I didn't take it too seriously. There wasn't too much importance in anything in my life. And everything went on pretty smoothly. But then I came into the 30s, and I had this idea that yes, I can play and do whatever I want until the 30s and until I become a father. Then I need to start taking life seriously. Well, guess what? My life started to become really difficult when I decided to become serious and take responsibility, use your mind. And now I realize that the mind is just a tool, and it's a great tool. But if we don't listen to our heart, if we don't use our knowledge of our soul on where we actually need to go in life, the mind is useless. The mind can come up with strategies and all kind of things and scenarios and whatnot, but the mind will never know what your soul wants. Only when you connect the mind and the heart is when you step into your true path and your true potential, because that's what it is. Your mind can never realize your true potential. But when you combine the wisdom of the heart with the strategic and logical thinking of the mind, then you have the perfect combination, and you can actually realize your dreams, aspirations, your purpose in life. And this is why I've decided to go backwards in my development, because I realized that I made a wrong turn. I made the wrong turn to think that being an adult is supposed to be serious and you need to be like just really strict and there's no time or space for play. What I now know is that you should never stop playing. Yes, you should take care of all your things and your responsibilities, but you should not make those responsibilities too serious. Every time you make something really important, you also invite resistance, because the universe wants everything to be balanced. And that's just how duality works. And if there wasn't this balancing force, everything would just tilt to one side or the other, and it would be too cold or too hot or whatever the extremes are. So whenever you put really much importance on something, that's when there comes a counterbalance and be like, hey, 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 don't do that. So this is where you can start to use your mind and be like, oh, I'll listen to my heart and I want that. But I know that I can get there. So there's no need to stress. There's no need to fear. There's no need to worry. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel any other negative emotion. I can just be in this neutral place because I trust. And trust, that's something that kids have. Most young people have trust. They have a optimistic worldview because they feel that, oh, I have so much time left. I can still play and I can do all cool things. And the adulthood is somewhere in the future. But then at some point, most people decide that now I'm an adult. Now I need to become serious. Now I need to hustle and grind. I need to compete or whatever it is. And that's when you invite in problems. And especially if you're building a business. And I know I've done this mistake, that thinking that building a business and running a business somehow needs to be serious. And that's my biggest lesson. It doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be strict. It doesn't have to be really important. It doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be this strict system of hustle and grind. It can be based on intuition. It can be based on freedom. It can be based on just doing the things you do from the current level you are. I don't have to feel guilty for not making a better video. I don't have to think that, oh, I didn't do that perfectly and now someone will see that I'm not perfect. Well, guess what? Nobody is, and I'm definitely not perfect. But the more I accept that I'm not perfect, the better I feel. I take off the pressure. I stop playing the game. So if you feel stuck and if you feel that you're not playing good enough, or if you feel that you need to develop yourself better, there's something wrong with you, that's going to be an endless journey. You're just going to keep being stuck in not good enough. That's survival mode. I don't have enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not safe enough. I'm not handsome enough. I'm not rich enough. Whatever it is. Once you stop playing the game and you say to yourself, wow, this moment, I'm enough and I can always get better, but I'm pretty damn happy with where I'm at the moment. And that's when you will find that the pressure to do something just vanishes. The critic inside is silenced, and it becomes joyous to create once again. You want to do stuff because you don't have to. It's so liberating when you let go of the pressure that essentially you have put on yourself. No one else has done it. Maybe someone has said something and they have conditioned you to do something, but it's you who decide with your internal dialogue if there is pressure or not. Hurry is another thing. Where do you hurry? Like when you realize that now is the perfect time and you can take a break, you can relax, and then you don't have to overthink things. You can just do things when you do them, and then you can do something else. And I know it might sound like I'm delusional or I'm just giving up on life, but I honestly think that I've found such great information and insights that will just make my life so much better without having anything external. I don't need anything more. I have everything that I need, and now I just play. And when I listen to my heart, when I listen to my soul, and I get this sense of, wow, now my mind and heart clicks, that's it. That's play. Young kids, I have a 4-year-old. He knows what he wants to play. He wants to play with an excavator. He wants to play some kind of bike game or some whatever he wants to play, he just knows. And if you say to him, no, let's do this other thing, he's like, no, I don't want to do that, because he's connected. He knows what he wants to do. But so many people do things that someone else has said that you should do this, you get good money for this, or whatever it is, but they're empty inside because they've shut their heart. They don't listen to it. They don't have any clue what the heart wants. And the longer your heart has been cut off, the more subtle the voices and the connection requests are. It's like these small intuitive hits. And it may be that you have to start looking for it. You have to start trying out new things, or maybe go back to your childhood and think about what dreams you had back then and what aspirations, what hobbies. And slowly you start to hear that voice. It's like this knowing of like, wow, this is actually what I want to do. If I was alone in the world, I would do this. This lights my soul on fire. And that's something we need more of in this world. And I know it can be tricky to kind of remove these excess beliefs and conditionings and stuff like that, and that we're in a hurry, we're late, we don't have time, and we're not good enough, we're not successful enough, we need more information, we need more knowledge, we need more experience, whatever. That's all the mind that's insecure. But once you accept that you are fine, even if you're not complete, you are perfectly imperfect, life becomes so much better. In an instance like this, you don't have to struggle. You choose if you struggle. And if you need help with choosing and going through this path, I still have a few slots open for my coaching program. I totally understand if that's not for you. I hope you get something out of these videos, because I know how you feel, and I know that you may be chasing the next goal. You may be chasing the next business opportunity or the next paycheck. But deep inside, you know that none of those things will actually fulfill you. And there's something that always comes up. What if it is that easy that you just start loving yourself, accepting yourself, and you change your attitude towards life to see everything in a positive light, and that will change everything. I know I've been on both sides, but I can't choose for you, so it's totally up to you what you do, but I'll promise you it's better on this side. Thanks for watching. My name is Mitz. I'll see you in a future video. Peace out.